I'm going back to my ex. He's the one I've always loved. That's what my girlfriend said on a random Tuesday night while we were watching TV. No warning, no lead up, just those words, like a knife cutting through whatever was left between us. She muted the show, looked me straight in the eye, and dropped that bomb. Before we get started, be sure to subscribe to Family Tales by Ethan so you never miss out on these fascinating stories. And let us know what you're watching today in the comments. At first I thought she was joking, but the way her voice trembled told me she wasn't. I remember just staring at her, the silence stretching out between us. She started talking fast, something about needing to be honest with herself, about never really getting closure with her ex, how she'd been thinking about him more lately. I could almost see the script she'd rehearsed 100 times before finally saying it out loud. Then came the line that stuck like glass in my throat. He's the one I've always loved. We had been together for a year and a half. A year and a half of memories, laughter, quiet mornings with coffee, late night takeout, plans for the future, all apparently built on a lie. I didn't yell. I didn't cry. Honestly, what I felt was relief. Because suddenly everything that hadn't made sense before clicked into place. The way she guarded her phone like it was national security. How she'd get this faraway look whenever a certain song played on the radio. Those moments she'd compare me to someone from her past as if I didn't notice. She'd been emotionally elsewhere the entire time. I'd just been too blind to see it. So when she finished her confession and waited for me to explode, I didn't. I just said, "Good luck with that." She blinked, completely thrown off. "That's it? You're not going to fight for us?" "Fight for what?" I asked. "You just told me you've been in love with someone else this whole time." "What exactly am I supposed to fight for?" She looked offended, as if I was the one doing something wrong. "Wow," she muttered, shaking her head. "I thought you actually cared about me." That was the moment I realized how twisted things had become. She'd been using me as emotional shelter. And now that she wanted to run back to her past, she still expected me to make it easy for her. She stormed out, slamming the door behind her like a teenager. The echo of it filled the apartment. I sat there for a while, just breathing. I thought I'd feel broken, but instead, it was like a weight had lifted. I didn't have to keep pretending anymore. Then my phone buzzed. It was her best friend, Ava. "Hey, I just heard what happened. You doing okay?" Ava and I had always gotten along. Maybe too well. There'd been moments when her hand brushed mine a little too long, when her laugh lingered just a bit too warmly. My ex had noticed too. She'd accused Ava of trying to steal me once during an argument. I brushed it off as paranoia, but looking back, maybe she wasn't entirely wrong. I texted back, "Yeah, I'm fine. Honestly saw it coming." Ava replied almost instantly, "Want company? I've got wine and no plans tonight." Normally, I'm not impulsive. I think things through, but that night I was done being the safe option. The guy who was good enough until someone better came along. "Come over," I typed. 20 minutes later, there was a knock at the door. Ava stood there with 2 bottles of red and a takeout bag that smelled like Thai food. She gave me that soft, sympathetic smile, the kind that says, "I get it." We ate, we talked. And somewhere between the laughter and the half-empty wine glasses, the tension that had always been between us started to feel impossible to ignore. Ava told me my ex was making a huge mistake, that her ex was a known player who'd cheated before. "You deserve better," she said quietly, her hand brushing against mine. I looked at her properly then. Ava was stunning in a way that didn't demand attention, confident, warm, effortlessly put together. "Can I ask you something?" I said. "Always. I'm not imagining this, right, the flirting?" She smiled, eyes locking on mine. "No, you're not imagining it. I've liked you for a while. But you were with my friend, so..." She shrugged. "I couldn't do anything about it." "Well," I said, voice low, "I'm not anymore." A beat of silence, then softly, "Then maybe it's about time you did something about it." I smiled. "Dinner tomorrow?" "Took you long enough to ask," she said. And just like that, something in me shifted. From heartbroken to curious, from hurt to hopeful. Because maybe this wasn't an ending after all. Maybe it was just the start of something that should have happened a long time ago. That dinner with Ava changed everything. I didn't expect much. Maybe a few laughs, a distraction from the mess my ex had left behind. But from the moment she walked into the restaurant wearing a navy dress that hugged her just right, I felt something shift. The conversation flowed like we'd known each other for years. We talked about everything. Our jobs, our families, the worst movies we'd ever seen, even the things we'd both learned from bad relationships. It was easy, effortless, the kind of connection that doesn't need to be forced. We ended up staying until closing time, long after the waiters started wiping tables around us. When I walked her to her car, there was that pause, the one where both people know exactly what's about to happen. She smiled, leaned in and kissed me. Not tentative or testing, just certain. And in that moment, every ounce of resentment I'd had toward my ex disappeared, because now I understood what it meant to be chosen, not just tolerated. We went out again 2 days later. Then again the day after that. Ava had this way of making ordinary things feel new again. Grocery shopping, cooking, even sitting in silence. I didn't realize how numb I'd been until she showed me what it felt like to actually be wanted. Meanwhile, my ex, Rachel, had gone full social media mode. My feed was flooded with her posts about true love finding its way back and soulmates reuniting against all odds. Cringy couple photos with her ex, complete with hashtags about destiny. It was like she was performing happiness for the world, desperate to prove that leaving me had been the right call. Ava found it hilarious. "She always does this," she said one night while scrolling through her phone. Falls head over heels, burns every bridge, then cries when it all collapses. She wasn't wrong. On our third date, Ava asked to take a photo together. "I want to remember this," she said, snapping a few shots with her phone. The pictures came out great. Us laughing, leaning close, no filters, no posing. She posted one with the caption, "Good food, better company." Within an hour, my phone was buzzing nonstop. Missed calls, texts, "Rachel, are you seriously dating my best friend? This is so messed up. You need to stop seeing her right now." I didn't respond. Ava's phone lit up too. She looked at the screen, rolled her eyes and said, "Oh, here we go." She answered, put the call on speaker. "What the hell are you doing?" Rachel shrieked. Ava kept her voice calm. "Having dinner. You?" "With my ex-boyfriend." "Are you out of your mind?" Ava didn't flinch. "You dumped him, Rachel. You told him you were still in love with someone else. What did you expect? For him to sit around waiting until you got bored again? He's off limits. That's girl code." "Girl code doesn't apply when you walk out on someone," Ava said evenly. "You gave up any claim to him when you left." There was a pause on the line, the kind that carries 100 unspoken regrets. Then Rachel's voice broke. "You're a terrible friend." "Maybe," Ava replied, "but at least I don't lie to people I supposedly love." She hung up. We finished dinner. That night, Ava posted another photo of us, this time a selfie with the caption, "Sometimes the right person was right in front of you all along." She tagged me. The fallout was instant. Rachel's comments disappeared one by one as she deleted them, but not before people saw. Friends started texting me, "What's going on? Didn't she dump you for her ex?" Once I explained, most of them just laughed. Karma's wild, man. By the next morning, I woke up to a text so long I had to scroll just to reach the end. Rachel had written a full emotional manifesto. She accused me of being cruel, of sleeping with her friend for revenge. She said her ex was acting distant and that she needed space to think things through. Then she asked if we could meet to talk about everything. I stared at the message, feeling a strange mix of amusement and disbelief. Instead of replying, I took a screenshot and sent it to Ava. 10 seconds later, my phone rang. Ava was laughing so hard she could barely speak. "Oh my God, she's spiraling. You won't believe this, her ex already dumped her. Apparently, he just wanted a quick rebound and bailed when she started talking about moving in." "The irony's insane," I said. Ava sighed, still half laughing. "You know, I almost feel bad for her. Almost." I didn't reply, because deep down a part of me still remembered what it felt like to be on the other side of that door, to be the one left behind. But pity doesn't erase consequences. She made her choice. Now she had to live with it. So I texted Rachel back just one line. "I'm not using anyone. I'm dating someone who actually likes me back. You made your choice. I made mine. Good luck. Then I put my phone face down and didn't look at it again. That night, Ava came over. We ordered takeout again, curled up on the couch, and for the first time in months I felt something close to peace. Maybe happiness wasn't supposed to be dramatic or complicated. Maybe it was just this. Two people who finally got it right. A week later, Rachel completely lost it. At first, it was just messages, angry, desperate. Self-pitying paragraphs that started with "I miss you" and ended with "you'll regret this." Then she began texting mutual friends, trying to turn them against me. I started getting confused messages from people in my basketball league, old college buddies, even my co-workers. "Dude, your ex is saying you cheated on her with Ava. What's going on?" I didn't even bother explaining. I just sent them the screenshot of Rachel's breakup text, the one where she admitted she was leaving me for her ex. The truth spoke for itself. Within hours, the whispers died. Everyone saw her for what she was, someone trying to rewrite her own mistakes. But Rachel didn't stop there. One night around 10 p.m., my intercom started buzzing nonstop. Over and over. I went downstairs and there she was in the lobby. Eyes red, hair a mess, wearing sweatpants and a hoodie that looked days old. "We need to talk," she said, voice trembling. "No," I said quietly. "We really don't. Just 5 minutes, please." Against my better judgment, I sighed and stepped outside. The moment I did, the tears started. "I made a mistake," she said. "He didn't want me, Ethan. He just used me, and now you're with her, and I cut her off." "And you what? Thought I'd just be waiting here like some backup plan? You told me to my face you were in love with someone else. You made your choice. It's not like that. It's exactly like that." She reached for my arm, but I stepped back. "You don't love me, Rachel. You love not being alone. That's why you keep running back to whoever will have you." She sobbed harder. "Please, I'll do anything. Just give me another chance. We can forget all this." "And forget what? That you wished I was someone else the whole time we were together?" "No, Rachel, I'm done pretending." Then came the threat. "If you don't stop seeing Ava, I'll tell everyone you cheated. I'll make sure everyone thinks you were sleeping with her behind my back." I almost laughed. "Go ahead. I've got the texts, the dates, the proof. Everyone already knows what really happened. You'll only make yourself look worse." Her face crumpled. "You've changed," she whispered. "No," I said. "I just stopped letting you control the narrative." I went back upstairs and told Ava everything. She just shook her head, unimpressed. That's classic Rachel. When she can't win, she tries to destroy the game. Over the next few days, Rachel tried spreading her version of the story, but it backfired spectacularly. Every person she messaged either ignored her or called her out publicly. Screenshots started circulating. People commented things like, "Didn't you dump him first? Girl, take the L." Then her mom texted me. Her mom, "I know she hurt you," the message began. "But she's going through a really hard time. Please be the bigger person and talk to her. She needs closure." I didn't reply. An hour later, her sister tried too. "She made a mistake. Everyone deserves forgiveness." "Sure," I wrote back. "But I don't owe her one." That was the last message I sent. After that, things got quiet. The silence felt peaceful. For the first time in years, there was no drama humming in the background of my life. Just me and Ava figuring things out one day at a time. We were stable, honest, easy. Then one morning, Ava showed me her phone. "You're gonna love this," she said, laughing. Rachel had made a Finsta, a fake Instagram, to stalk us. She'd accidentally liked one of Ava's old posts from weeks ago, then unliked it immediately. But the notification had already gone through. Ava blocked her. I'd already done the same. 2 days later, Rachel texted Ava from a new number. "He's only with you to hurt me. You're just a rebound. Enjoy it while it lasts." Ava looked at me, smirking. Then she replied, "If I'm a rebound, I'm the happiest rebound ever. You should try it sometime." Then she blocked that number too, and that was that. The truth is, I am happy. Happier than I've been in a long time. Ava and I just work. We don't play games. We don't weaponize silence. We don't walk away when things get hard. She told me once she'd had feelings for me since the first time we met. A group dinner over a year ago. "I used to go home frustrated," she said. "I couldn't understand why someone like you was with someone who clearly didn't appreciate you." She paused, smiling softly. "And now I get to. That hit me harder than I expected. Because she was right. She appreciated me in a way Rachel never did. And maybe that's what love's supposed to be, mutual, not one-sided. As for Rachel, I still hear things. Apparently she's single again, posting vague quotes about betrayal and fake friends. Her ex, the one she left me for, just got engaged to someone else. Ava sent me the announcement with nothing but a laughing emoji. Do I feel bad for Rachel? Maybe a little, but I don't feel responsible. She chased a fantasy and lost something real. That was her choice. Mine was simpler. I chose someone who chose me back, and for once that was enough.